Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, and welcome. So happy to be here with you all today, the Thursday before Labor Day weekend. I cannot believe the summer is drawing to an end. So, anyway, got some really good stuff for you all today. Hope you're all doing well, staying healthy. All right, so today we are going to talk about the 5 crucial building blocks that you need to understand and actually master in order to create a business that is sustainable as well as lucrative. So, got some really good strategies that you can implement into your practice immediately today. All right, so here's really the bottom line. This is why I think this topic is so important. Entrepreneur Magazine, I came across an article that said 92% of service based businesses actually fold within the first 2 years. And you may wonder why that is. How can that possibly be? Well, the reason is although many of these solopreneurs are really good at what they do, their area of expertise, their area of specialty, sometimes the challenge is they don't understand the business side of building a business, right? Which is incredibly, obviously important. So all too often, what tends to happen is, whether you're a solopreneur, coach, consultant, functional medicine expert, etc., you might be really awesome at what you do, but you may not know all the ins and outs in terms of being able to attract the paying clients that your practice needs. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And these are the strategies that I can definitely vouch for. They're definitely tried and true. These are the exact strategies that I use to build my own private practice, both when I had my nutrition practice as well as in where I'm at now in my current role, which is doing business strategy and consulting for integrative and functional medicine practitioners. All right. So Lesli Bitel here, in case I haven't met you, welcome. Again, I'm super happy to have you. Do me a favor and in the comments, let me know where you're from. I love to find out where you're tuning in from. And I want to welcome you, whether or not you're listening to me live here. If you're able to join the live stream, awesome. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up or a hello. And also want to welcome those of you that are joining me on the recording. All right. So for those of you who I've not had the pleasure to meet, my name is Lesli Bitel, and I am a business coach and mentor. Specifically, I work with integrative and functional health professionals. So in my work, what I do is I help health professionals in private practice to overcome, that sense of confusion, that sense of overwhelm that so often happens when it comes to the business side of building a lucrative and profitable practice. So what I do is I help streamline all the strategies. I help, really make this entire business building process so much easier, so much more streamlined and simple so that you can make a great living doing the work that you love to do and that you're meant to do. So go ahead and if you want to go and visit me at lesliebitel.com, that would be great. I have lots of freebies, some free tools and resources on my website that I'd love to share with you. All right, so again, I want to welcome those of you that are just joining. Today, we are going to talk about the 5 crucial building blocks that you need to understand and master in order to create a business that's both sustainable as well as lucrative. And as I mentioned just a moment ago, these are the exact strategies that I implemented in both of my own practices. And these are the strategies that I teach my clients as well. So they are tried and true. All right, so let's jump in. So the first thing that's really important is you need to know exactly who it is that you're targeting, who it is that you want to serve. I know this is probably not like a huge revelation to most of you. I'm sure many of you have, really tried to hone in on your target market and niche. But there's a few other things that I want to add to this. It's incredibly important just for the sake of having a powerful and strong message, that we have clarity around who is it that you are trying to attract into your practice. So we need to know who it is. We need to know, what are the problems that you're going to help this market solve. All right. Because the bottom line is, in our messaging, it's absolutely imperative that we're addressing the specific problems and struggles that they are frantic to solve, right? Because it's been shown over and over again that people are, generally speaking, much more willing to pay, to invest, to get themselves out of pain, right? So, especially if you are in the cash practice model, you're going to definitely want to tap into having a clear understanding and really being able to articulate those struggles and pain points and challenges, those frustrations that are really keeping your target market awake at night with worry. That's the stuff we need to be talking about in our messaging. And then there's one other thing that's really important, and that is, you really want to ensure that your target market is not only aware that they have this problem, so you don't have to spend, months and months trying to educate them and convince them that they have the problem, right? That would take an enormous amount of time. So we want to make sure that they know they've got a problem, they view it as urgent, and very importantly, we want to ensure that, generally speaking, your target market is willing to pay you to solve that problem, right? They're willing to invest their resources in getting that problem solved. All right. So super important. So it is a little deeper than, oh yeah, you just have to know your target market, right? It's deeper than that. You really have to intimately understand where to find them. And we want to ensure, to the degree we can, that you are able to solve their most urgent problems and concerns and struggles and challenges, and that they themselves are willing to invest, right? They're willing to invest in getting this problem solved. All right. So, all right. Welcome everyone that's just joining me. I see we've got some new people that popped on. So I'm really happy to have you with me here on this beautiful day. All right. So that's the first thing that's incredibly important. We want to ensure, again, that we're clear on the niche and target market, and we've got our messaging down pat, right? So we're really clear on how we're positioned in the marketplace. We're able to articulate not only who we're serving, but what are the problems we're going to help them solve, and what are the transformations that we're going to help this target market to achieve. So that's all really imperative when it comes to your messaging. All right. So let's go to the next one. So the next one, really important strategy, is that you must package up your services and programs, all right, even your one-on-one services, in such a way that they are irresistible and actually inspire your clients to move forward and invest in themselves. All right. So this is really important, and it's one of those things that I work with my clients on regularly. All right. So I know I talk a lot about, doing online courses and group programs and things like that, which is super, super important as well. I really am a big advocate for having a variety of services in that value ladder, right? At varying price points. So you want to have kind of that balanced value ladder with price points, starting, at the lower end and then moving all the way up to the VIP, level price point, right? Super important. So the thing is even if you are doing one-on-one work, right, which most of you are, what I'm advocating for here is, instead of, in working exclusively in that, trading time for money type of model. In other words, I like to call it the one session at a time model. What I'm suggesting here is that we bundle your services and we create a really super compelling irresistible program or package that is designed specifically for this very specific target market to help them solve their most urgent challenges that they're experiencing. So it really is super helpful to do this. Ideally, you're going to want to the extent possible, try to stay away from kind of the old dollars for hours model and instead create a really comprehensive solution for your ideal clients. All right. So I really recommend that. If I'd be curious to know as you're listening to this, give me a thumbs up if you have a really comprehensive, kind of a longer term VIP level program or package in your business model. I'd love to hear from you. And if you don't have this in place, let me know that as well. I'd really love to hear where everyone's at in terms of, successfully creating a package, a compelling package. All right, so let's move to the third thing. So the third strategy is that you must be able to find your ideal clients, establish yourself as an authority in the marketplace, and consistently get in front of them and engage with them in order to create a real relationship with them. All right. So let me say that again, because it's kind of a mouthful. So you absolutely need to be able to find your ideal clients, establish yourself as an authority in the marketplace, consistently get in front of them, and then actually engage with them in order to create a relationship. Super important. I think in this day and age, it's really important that you employ both online and local strategies that actually get you out there. I know with COVID right now, it's a little bit more challenging. We can't do, well, very little in person. But that being said, you still have relationships in your community, and a lot of the things that have been done in person locally are now being done online, whether that be networking groups, like pretty much everything has moved to an online platform. But what I'm suggesting here is that you think about the relationships that you have in your own community and really, try to get involved, even if right now it is online, obviously. All right. So I'm a really big fan of, not to sound cliche, but I don't recommend you put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. I like you to have a variety of ways that you're able to access your target market. All right. Super, super important. So ideally you would have, a handful of online strategies and maybe a couple of local strategies that allows you access to your ideal clients and your target market so that you can, again, build that authority. People need to see you. They need to meet you, hear you, and know what an authority you are, and also to recognize that you provide the solution that they're so desperate for. All right. So getting in front of your target market, really showing up consistently is going to make just a huge difference to help you to really solidify your place in the market and increase your ability to kind of put your flag in the ground and establish yourself as the authority in your specific niche. So once you're able to get in front of your market, once you meet them, you need to also have solid systems in place in order to nurture these relationships and gradually turn these interested people in your work. We need to have a system in place to nurture them through that customer journey so that eventually they become paying clients or customers. All right. So that's why it's super important to have systems in place where you not only get in front of your target audience, but you regularly invite them into the next step, right? To nurture the relationship so that they not only, again, recognize you as the authority, they see you as someone that can help solve their most, desperate, issues, health problems. And they also develop a sense of trust because, they've had, access to your content, perhaps they've heard you speak. It just really helps to develop that relationship so that at a certain point, they're going to feel comfortable in reaching out to you and inquiring about your services. All right. So, super important to have these systems in place to help nurture your audience once you're able to get in front of them. All right. So, let's go on to the next thing. So, this is number 4. So, number 4 is really important as well. You must be able to easily enroll your clients into your services. In other words, you need to be able to seal the deal, right? You really need to be able to set your prices in line with your value and worth, and have those enrollment conversations, clarity calls, discovery calls. There's like all kinds of names for that conversation. But essentially, it's that conversation that you have with a potential client where they're curious about working with you, right? And this is your opportunity to really shine and to specifically help that potential client begin to realize what's at stake if they don't change, right? So there's a lot of, I would say, coaching psychology behind this particular conversation. You should never feel like you're arm twisting or trying to convince anyone to sign up with you. And in fact, I would go so far to say the conversation really is not about you. It is about them, right? How their challenge, how their health problem is impacting, spilling over, how it's, holding them back from living the life that they want to live. And then you're also helping them to formulate a vision for what their life could be like if they were able to get closer to achieving whatever their goals are, right? So that is really what the conversation is about. And once you're able to really create that gap from where they are now, where they want to be, it really allows you to position your service, your program, whatever it is you have for that person, as the solution, right? But you really want to focus on, like those precursors before you come in and offer your solution. Okay, super important there. So most service providers that I have come across tend to fall down at step 4, if in all honesty. So it's just really important to understand the psychology of what makes people take action and to help your prospects understand, again, the true cost to their lives if they don't get help and get it now. So ideally, there's also going to be a sense of urgency that's uncovered in this sales conversation. So, and you again, you really want to be sure that your prices are or your services are priced appropriately. And typically, what I have seen is, oh my goodness, as a general rule, we tend to undercharge. Oh my goodness. And the thing I want to point out is that, and this is really true, undercharging not only hurts you, but I really think it can have a negative impact on the client as well, right? They don't have as much skin in the game. Not to say you're going to overcharge, but you really want to try to find that sweet spot. All right. I've seen it over and over again, where, if the practitioner is really charging his or her, true value. And when I say value, what I'm really looking at here is your propensity to help a person to achieve transformation, right? In most cases, oh my gosh, it's hard to even put a price tag on that value. So that's what I'm talking about here, not like the market value per se, because most people, undercharge. The thing that I want to also point out is that undercharging can send kind of a negative message to your target market. It's just kind of a thing where we as humans view, higher end programs as better. Just think about, like if you're going to buy a steak, right? Just as an example, like if you see some steaks that are really cheap and some that are expensive, you're going to think the expensive ones are better, right? I know it's a really kind of a simple example, but it's really true if you think about it. And the same holds true for the pricing of your services inside of your business. So you don't want to be perceived as desperate, and you don't want to be perceived as mediocre. And sometimes, that price point, you'd be really surprised at the message it can convey. All right. So bottom line is you do want to find that sweet spot when it comes to pricing. And it's imperative. You have to be able to close the deal. All right. Now, not everybody is going to say yes, but honestly, I would say 8 out of 10, you should be closing. And if you're not, then we probably need to talk. We need to talk about what's happening. It could be that maybe you're not attracting the right people. It could be that you are having these enrollment conversations maybe prematurely, right? Maybe we need to have another hoop for that person to jump through in order to build that sense of trust before you get on the phone with them. So there's different strategies that we can put into place. Most likely, if you're getting a lot of no's, it probably means you don't have a plan when you get on these sales calls, right? That's what I see most often is, you just get on there and you try to wing it and hope for the best, right? And unfortunately, that doesn't end up working out so well. So if you are struggling, if you're not closing, I would say minimum 7 out of 10, then definitely we should talk. I do have some, I have a resource that could be helpful if you're not sealing the deal. It's an ebook on how to handle objections. And you can go to my website, leslibitel.com, and you will see it there. All right. So it's a really great ebook. It goes into like a lot of detail to help you to navigate those tricky objections that are so common. All right. So now let's go to number 5. I love number 5. Number 5, strategy number 5 is you need to start leveraging your time, i.e., you absolutely need to create multiple streams of income so that you can reach more people, make more money, and enjoy true freedom and flexibility for the things that are most important to you. So you eventually, especially if you're just starting out, I would say, really get some traction with the one-on-one in terms of, being successful, having a really awesome program to put your clients through, get a few enrollments, kind of get some traction there. And then shortly thereafter, it's time to start thinking about adding another revenue stream. And my personal favorite way to do this is adding an online course, right? Regardless of what you decide. I mean, there's so many different ways you could do this. Again, a really healthy business is going to have multiple revenue streams, right? So you're not solely 100% dependent on one income stream. Okay, super important. So, so bottom line is, eventually you're going to want to go beyond one-on-one clients in order, again, to make that exponential income and to allow you to be able to help a whole bunch of people, right? It really, especially if you move from the one-to-one to one-to-many model, it allows you to drastically increase your reach. It allows you to help multiple times more people. And I'm guessing that's really probably very important to you. You want to be able to help more people and touch more lives. I know I feel very strongly about that myself. So having multiple offers at various price points really accommodates all kinds of clients. Some, ironically, even if you've got this really nicely balanced value ladder with a variety of price points in your business, some people that come your way, I think I read about 20% are going to want the best, right? They are so sick of struggling. They're going to sign up for the most intensive and high-end program that you offer. All right. So, so there's that. You're going to find people at both ends of the spectrum. There's others who come to you and they just kind of want to dip their toe in. and get a feel for, your work. They want to develop, a little more trust before they go full in. So that's why it's really great to have a variety of offers so that you have something for pretty much everybody, right? And it's really through learning to scale your business and to leverage your time that you will assure that you avoid burnout. All right. And really have the time and energy for, to live a fantastic life doing the things that are really important to you. Honestly, the burnout thing, I think, is worth repeating. This is something that I hear over and over again. One-on-one work, it's very, very gratifying. It's wonderful to be able to do, especially in this program and package model, but it can be rather tiring, as I'm sure every single one of you can attest to, right? So that's why I think it's just so awesome to be able to add a little variety into your workday. Many of us really enjoy teaching. And again, having an online course or other revenue streams, maybe doing a workshop or something like that, is fun. It allows us to reach people at a lower price point. Quite often, those folks, after they take your initial, like your online course or your workshop, there's always a percentage that's like, oh my gosh, this was so great. What's next? I want more. And they'll jump into your high-end program. So these are the building blocks that I have used myself over and over again in a step-by-step process. And this is what has enabled me to grow my own business into a multiple six-figure practice. And it's allowed me to help more people than I ever could have imagined, which is just incredibly gratifying. So I really want to encourage you because, again, these are tried and true strategies. I've used them myself over and over, and these are the exact strategies that I teach my clients as well. So really quick, let's do just a really fast review of these 5 strategies. One is you need to know exactly who your ideal clients are, i.e. your niche, and you need to be relatively assured that they are willing to invest in themselves in order to solve their problem, right? Their most urgent, challenging needs and issues. All right. So super important. Number 2 is you must, I think, I really firmly believe ideally you're going to move out of that one session at a time model. If you are still stuck there, again, let's talk. I can help you. It makes such a huge difference. We need to move you out of the one session at a time model for your one-on-one work and into really irresistible, inspiring packages and programs over an elongated period of time. I could go on and on and on about all the advantages to this model, but I will share in a nutshell, it's a win-win for you and it's a win for your client, right? It allows you to do deeper work, more transformational work with fewer clients, okay? So, and there's many other advantages beyond that. All right, next, you need to be able to get in front of your target market and ideal clients, right? It's so important to consistently get in front of your market in multiple ways, right? I really want to advocate, while social media is great, absolutely highly recommend it, I really would recommend that you're not putting all of your eggs there, so to speak. You're looking for other avenues to access your target market as well, just so you've got a little bit of variety. You're able to get in front of your market consistently, and you're able to engage with them and ultimately create a relationship with them so that eventually they are feeling, like they know, like, and trust you. They understand what you're all about, and eventually a high percentage of these folks become paying customers or clients. All right, so that's really the goal. All right, number 4 is you got to be able to close the deal. All right, you got to be able to have a really authentic, what I call enrollment conversation that doesn't feel yucky. Right? We do not, if you are feeling like, oh, I hate it. I hate talking about money. I don't like talking about myself. I don't like selling myself. Something is wrong, okay? Because that is not how it should feel, because it's about them, not so much about you, all right? So, and the other thing is, if you're feeling like, you're kind of struggling with finding your price point, kind of that sweet spot, that's another thing that I really want to recommend that you get figured out, right? Because you really want to be priced well. You want to be well compensated for your work. And it really impacts your perception in the marketplace. You don't want to be the lowest price in town, because unfortunately, that is going to be associated with less than in terms of quality. All right. It's just kind of how our human brains work. All right. And then finally, number 5, you need to be able to leverage your time, right? In other words, create multiple streams of income so that you can reach more people, make more money, and really enjoy true freedom and flexibility for the things that are most important to you. All right. So those are my 5 building blocks. Again, I've used them over and over myself. And this is what I help my clients to do as well. All right. So, guys, I hope this was helpful. I would love to hear from you. So give me a thumbs up or a comment or something in the comment section. Let me know where you're from. I'd love to find out where you're from first and foremost. And I'd also really like to know which of these strategies really spoke to you. Which can you where do you want to start, right? Because you can't do it all at once. You can't just change everything overnight. So, which of these do you feel like you want to focus on first? I would love to hear from you. All right. Take care, everybody. I hope, again, this was helpful. Hope you guys have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Stay safe and enjoy. Until next time. Bye bye for now.